Hey, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Debbie. I am the She in Sheality TV, and today I want to talk about my big fat fabulous life. I did a poll a couple of weeks back to find out which other reality series you guys wanted me to do commentary on, and my big fat fabulous life got the most votes, to be followed by Catfish and then Ready to Love. So I'm gonna juggle the three, but I'm gonna start with my big fat fabulous life because it got almost double the votes as the two that follow it. So anyways, when it comes to this series, I've watched it on and off. The last episode that I watched, or the most recent episode that I watched, was when Whitney finds out that Chase cheated on her. And she says, the thing that struck me about that whole show almost made me cry was when she says, if I looked different, this probably wouldn't have happened. Or, would this have happened if I looked different? That show doesn't generally make me really emotional, but when she said that, I was like, no, doesn't matter what you look like. Your weight does not matter. Nothing about you matters. He cheated because he wanted to cheat. And when Chase says, this wasn't supposed to happen, well, no, duh. Of course it wasn't supposed to happen. You thought that you could cheat on and you could sleep with so-and-so. And I get it. I know. They were sort of on the outs when he slept with whoever it is, someone that he knew. But whoever plans to cheat on their fiance and to actually get the new, we'll call her the new chick, pregnant. Whoever plans that. No one plans that. So when he said, it wasn't supposed to be like this wasn't supposed to happen, I'm just like, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard you say. And like I said, I didn't watch the show often. I started watching it right around this time. But when I heard him say that, I just thought, dude, seriously? And, he wants Whitney to be happy. And he wanted her to be happy for him. Like, okay, you know what? I feel like they should have just taken some time. When he called her and asked her if she wanted to meet him, and I'm literally I'm looking at my TV screen and I'm going, no! And she goes, no, I don't think so. I don't think that would be good. And I was like, okay, good. She's not going to meet him. And then he was like, well, I think we need to talk about this face to face. And I'm just like, dude, this is not about you. You want her to meet you so that you can feel better. And then she says,
I'm not going to meet you so that you can feel better.
I was like, okay, this girl, she's not a dummy. I don't even know if closure was in order at that time. I mean, I know that when you get cheated on, I don't care what you look like. I don't care what you smell like. I don't care how tall you are, how short you are, whatever that is. If your significant other wants to cheat, they will cheat. It doesn't have anything to do with you. It is all about that person, right? There isn't a lot you can do to change it. If that's what they want, that's what they want. And so when she said that part about it probably wouldn't have happened if she looked different, it actually broke my heart. When she said that actually broke my heart. And like I said, I'm not real emotional in this show. I'm not really emotional about this show, but that really got to me. So anyways, she ends up meeting him, and I didn't think that she would cave, but yeah, she ends up meeting him. And the one thing that bothered me about their conversation, or about her whole thought pattern with the Chase thing, was that, now he was going to have a family. Now he was going to have a baby and a girlfriend or a fiance or whatever it is that he plans on doing with this other woman. And now Whitney, would have nothing. So, he's got everything he wants, and now she has nothing. And I feel like, yeah, no, none of this is about you. Like, the healing process is about you, but who cares what he has, right? He wasn't planning on having a baby with this other woman. And there's another part in which she says, like when they're in that conversation at the park or whatever, when she agrees to meet him, she asks him why he didn't think to talk it over with her and they could still get married. Like, I was like, what? And that's the part that made me go, in my head, I was like, you're self-centered. Like, truthfully, I feel like this was his out. I don't feel like he was there. I don't feel like he was with her because he actually wanted to be with her, right? I feel like this, you know what? He got an out and he took it, period. Then she asks him in a later conversation. I don't know why she would ask him, because quite frankly, I wouldn't want to know. This is not a question that I would want the answer to. When she asks him, do you love her? I'm like, listen, I always say, do not ask a question that you don't want the answer to. And deep down, I know she didn't want the answer to that question, because if he said yes, which he did, that would be hurtful. And, for him to actually be able to say that he was in love with or loved someone that he got pregnant while he was engaged to her, oh, dude, that's like a knife in the stomach. I can't imagine asking that. I would never ask that question. Not ever. Don't want to know, don't care. But she asked, he gave her the answer. I guess they took some space, and then she did decide to finally actually meet him. But they stayed in their cars, and they were like kind of parked like this. And, they had they got out of the car, they had their conversation. And that's when she said, that whole business about now he will have everything and she will have nothing, because, he's going to have a family. Now all the things that she thought that she was going to have once they got married, family, kids, that life, she's not going to have, but now he's going to have it. So I don't know. I mean, I think that's the hurt talking, and she may feel like that for a long time, frankly, but I know this sounds really cliche. It sounds very hippy dippy, but I honestly believe that everything that happens for a reason. Because was it in that episode or the episode before, a couple episodes before, they were at the beach. She put her hand in the water, and when she pulled her hand out, her ring was gone, right? And I remember seeing that, and I remember thinking, that's a sign. That's a sign. The universe took your ring. That's a sign. And then they're fishing around in the sand, and I'm like, yeah, you ain't gonna find that. It's gone because you're not supposed to have it. And he cheated because you're not supposed to have it. There's something else coming for you, and it will be better than him, right? I know all that other stuff sounds really hippy dippy, but I tell my daughters and their two friends all the time, your king will never find you while you're busy messing with the Joker. There's another part in which she says, like when they're in that conversation at the park or whatever, when she agrees to meet him, she asks him why he didn't think to talk it over with her and they could still get married. Like, I was like, what? And that's the part that made me go, in my head, I was like, you're self-centered. Like, truthfully, I feel like this was his out. I don't feel like he was there. I don't feel like he was with her because he actually wanted to be with her, right? I feel like this, you know what? He got an out and he took it, period. And then later in the episode, Chase is talking to Ryan, his best friend and Whitney's business partner, and he's talking about, all the hate that he's getting online, and, it's just, dude, like, you're on a reality TV series. It's not like you don't see the cameras. You know what social media is like. I get it. In your head, you guys were whatever. She wasn't speaking to you. She went to Europe, blah, 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 but she was still wearing your ring, right? You didn't have a conversation that said that you were split up or whatever. So I don't know. He just got all in his feelings about all the hate that he's getting online, or was getting online. I don't know if he's still getting it. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like all that happened for a reason. I really do. And yeah, I know it sounds really cliche, but I do believe everything happens for a reason, whether we like it or not. The reason isn't always good. Reason ain't always bad. We don't always know what the reason is. We don't always see what that reason is. But yeah, this episode, a little emotional for me, only at that point. But otherwise, the reason that I found that I didn't watch this show as much as I probably could have was that there are some points at which I find her to be a little bit self-centered. And that bothered me. Like that whole part where she says, you know, you're going to have all this now and I'm going to have nothing. It's like, saying about having nothing. You get to create something new, right? I don't know. That part bothered me. I get it. He cheated on you or whatever, but you know, like he said, he was trying to talk to her. He was trying to reach out to her. He tried calling her and she didn't answer his calls. She didn't answer his texts. So, and yeah, no, the answer is not, so I don't answer your calls, so go sleep with someone else. No, that's not the answer. But, you know, I don't know, that's just what he did. Not to say that that was right. I'm not saying that was right by any stretch, but it is what it is. So, as far as I know, they're no longer together. That's where I started, okay? If you guys, and I know the whole history with Buddy and her new boyfriend has come back into the picture, and I'm not at the end of season 8 yet. Now, having said that, you guys know that there are 8 seasons of this show, right? There are 8. So I started in the middle of season 8, okay? Because that's just where I started before I ever started this channel. But, and no, I gotta take that back. I've seen previous episodes, but not like a continuous 8 seasons, right? So let me know if you want me to go back to season 1, and I'm telling you up front that it will be painful because I don't know if I want to watch a whole 8 seasons of this show at once. Or you can say, let me know in the comments, yo, we're not down with this show. Pick something else. But yeah, let me know in the comments. That's all I got on my big fat fabulous life for today. My name is Debbie. This is Sheality. I will see you next time. Peace.